Guys, the voices in this video are all I generated it all for shits and giggles. It is purely satire and does not reflect these individuals' counterpart opinions in their real life, nor the writer's opinion on the matter. This is all for purely entertainment purposes to hopefully make someone laugh.
Oh boy, you fellas ready to tell some spooky, scary stories?
It's not even Halloween yet, Joe.
And aren't you so easily scared, Joe? Why would you want to do that to yourself?
I ain't afraid of none, bitches. Except when there is no more ice cream, of course. But never mind that, laddies. I just feel like telling some oonga-boonga scary stories for those who would like to just hear us narrate some terrifying stories.
Bruh, the duck wants to listen to some whack-ass creepypasta, silly-ass stories. This ain't middle school, man.
As a matter of fact, many people still do, because there is exactly other middle schoolers besides. You don't hold a dumb nut Trump. You talk like a tough guy, but every time the heat turns up, you're hiding behind lawyers like a kid behind his mama's apron.
Look, Joe, I know you're trying to sound tough, very cute, but the only thing you've ever turned up is the thermostat at your Delaware beach house. You talk about lawyers? Joe, you need lawyers just to remember what state you're in. I don't hide behind anyone. I face the fake news, the corrupt prosecutors, and the witch hunts head on. Like a champ. Unlike you, I don't take naps when things get hard. Sleepy Joe strikes again.
Now look, Donald, I understand you're upset. You tend to get that way when the facts are on your side. But let's be honest here. You're not exactly the gold standard in crisis management. You had 4 years to act tough. And what did we get? Chaos, lawsuits, and tweets. Lots of tweets. And Joe, he may not yell the loudest, but when the heat's on, he doesn't duck. He leads. There's a difference between being loud and being a leader, and the American people can tell.
Joe doesn't duck when it's heated. He doesn't even know the kitchen's on fire unless the teleprompter tells him, and even then, he reads it like it's bedtime at the retirement home. And keep in mind, this is the same guy you made president.
All righty, pipe it down, you two. This is not a debate. I have no idea why out of all the times you'll want to roast each other now.
Well, Joe, you did started it.
Oh yeah, my bad, guys. Didn't mean to bust your balls there. I figured I'd instigate a little drama. People seem to eat that up these days.
I ain't even mad about that, Sleepy Joe. That's actually pretty smart of you. No hard feelings.
Yeah, I apologize, fellas, but I think from time to time we could debate like good old times.
That's the spirit. Now shut up and let me tell my horrifying story, Bob Saget's.
Tell him, Joe.
Anyways, I call this the Tate that watches you. Based on a true story, right, fellas?
Sure, Joe.
So this happened to a dear old friend of mine. May her soul rest in pepperonis. Clara had lived alone in her grandmother's farmhouse for 6 quiet years. It sat on the edge of a forest that locals whispered about, but she never paid much mind. She liked the silence, the creaks, the sense of old things watching.
She worked as the town librarian, small, quiet, with more dust than visitors. One rainy November evening, just before closing, she noticed the book return slot had jammed. Something was stuck.
She reached inside and pulled it out. A VHS tape. No label, no case. A torn strip of masking tape clung to its side, but the writing had faded to smears. The plastic felt warm, like it had just been played. Weird. The library hadn't lent VHS in years, so, like, why the fuck is it here, she said.
She almost threw it out, but something about it tugged at her. Curiosity, instinct, or something deeper, older. That night, the power went out. Lightning struck a tree across the road, and the farmhouse fell into silence. The backup generator kicked in just enough power for the attic where her grandmother's ancient TV/VCR combo still sat. Draped in a sheet like a corpse, she lit candles, climbed the stairs, and fed the tape into the VCR. Oh, she a dum-dum bitch for that, ain't she? Why and why and why, but whatever, I see why your ass got it.
The screen went black for nearly a minute. No audio. Then, a dim hallway appeared. Dusty wood paneling, a flickering ceiling light. It looked exactly like her own hallway downstairs. Clara blinked, leaning closer. The screen had no timestamp, no tracking noise, just her hallway, still and quiet.
Then, a figure stepped into frame. A woman, medium built, long, stringy hair, wearing a nightgown, Clara's nightgown. The woman slowly walked down the hallway. She reached for the bedroom door, Clara's bedroom, and vanished inside.
Clara froze. She paused the tape, listened. The house was silent. She rewound and played it again. Same woman, same hallway, same movements. Except this time, The woman stopped just before entering the room. She turned her head, looked directly at the camera.
Her face was Clara's, but wrong. Eyes too wide, mouth slack, skin slightly bloated, like something left underwater too long. The tape glitched, static filled the screen. Then, without warning, the footage jumped. Now the camera was in Clara's bedroom, filming her, asleep, in real time.
She jolted up, looked behind her, nobody was there. She turned off the TV and unplugged the VCR, heart pounding. She told herself it had to be some elaborate prank. Maybe the tape was recorded by her grandmother. Maybe she was just tired.
But the next morning, she found something impossible. The tape was back in the VCR, and when she played it again, everything had changed. This time, the screen showed her, sitting in the attic, right where she was now, watching the tape. But her mouth was open, too wide, jaw unhinged like a snake, tendons stretching, popping. A tooth fell out, clinking on the floor.
Then, her left eye began to sag. The iris slipped down her cheek like oil paint running down a wall. A thick, pulsing black vein bulged across her forehead like something alive inside her. Clara gasped. On screen, her copy gasped too, delayed, out of sync, like a corrupted file.
Then, the copy began to tear at her scalp. Nails snapping, flesh peeling, clumps of hair fell like ash. Her skin withered, wrinkling not with age, but like old paper crumpling from within. Her ribs pressed forward, sharper than bones should be, as though something inside her was pushing to get out.
Suddenly, the copy stopped and smiled, then slowly turned her head, not toward the screen, but toward Clara herself. And in the reflection of the TV glass, Clara saw something behind the copy, something huge.
Pale, featureless, like static given flesh. No eyes, no mouth, just humming, watching. The attic light flickered. The screen went black, but the hum didn't stop. The TV was off, unplugged, but it kept playing.
She tried to leave the house. The front door was gone. Not locked, not broken, gone. Replaced by solid wall, wallpaper peeling like skin. Her windows now showed footage of herself walking through the house, but from angles she couldn't explain. Inside cabinets, from under floorboards.
She smashed the TV. It didn't matter. The next night, a new tape appeared in her fridge. This one was labeled, it said, Tape 2, Becoming.
The humming grew louder. Her nose bled. She dropped the tape, and the floorboards rippled where it landed, like water disturbed by a stone. From upstairs, the TV clicked on by itself. The thing flickered, and her own distorted reflection appeared. Skin sagging, eyes hollow, mouth stitched into a sick grin. The air grew thick, heavy, wrong.
Clara turned to run, but her body betrayed her, locking up, joints stiffening. She could only watch as the rotting version of herself peeled itself out of the television, moving with jerky, broken doll motions. It wrapped cold hands around her face, forcing her to stare into its sunken eyes.
And then everything went dark. When the house was found, weeks later, the only thing left behind was the TV, endlessly playing a loop. Clara standing alone in the attic, smiling into the camera, rotting, watching, waiting.
And that was the tape that watches you. What do y'all think of it, fellas?
Honestly, I was expecting it for it to be worse coming from you, Joe, but I guess your teleprompter helped a bit.
I'll take that as a compliment then.
It was all right for the amount of cliched moments, but I did like the amount of detail you put in to describe them, disturbing visuals that my imagination pictured, and now it won't get out.
While it delivers chilling imagery and a rapid descent into horror, it misses an opportunity to deepen the reader's emotional engagement. Clara's character feels too thinly sketched, which limits the audience's ability to truly connect with her terror. Giving her a specific internal fear or relatable emotional struggle could have made her fate far more devastating and memorable.
True, but then again, it was a short story, so I can't put all that time into Clara's character development, and plus she's rotting away still as we speak, so who cares?
Hey guys, it's B again. I just wanted to thank you all once more for following along this journey with us. Feel free to comment down below your favorite part of this video, and if there's none, what do you think could make it better?
Hello, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. If you think Trump has a fat dump truck, remember to comment down below. Like to smack in the ass.
What the hell did you just say, Joe?
These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
Like to smack in the ass.
That's the spirit, Barry.
Bro, what the hell, Barack?
By the way, I'm serious. Think about it.
Hey, you there, subscribe.